Workers' comp is rarely one of the first insurance policies that restaurant owners think about. Restaurant owners are some of the busiest people that I know. They have so much going on. Their business is dynamic and it can be frustrating and it can be rewarding, and there's so much passion and love that go into restaurants, and at the same time there's so many little nuanced details that just are that are annoying. And I talk to so many restaurant owners that I know, and my clients, and I have friends that own restaurants, and though I have never personally owned a restaurant, I've worked in many. I was a server, so I get that this is it is this crazy passion, versus kind of the frustrations of running a restaurant, but at the same time, it is also how you make your living. And the idea of taking any of the brain cycles that go into running a restaurant and spending them on your workers' comp, I can understand why it doesn't get thought about. It gets kind of disregarded. But what I want you to know, if you're taking the time to watch this video, is that workers' comp for restaurants is a very dynamic policy. You often have multiple job functions. You have the hosts, you have the cooks, you have the servers, you have bartenders, you have admin staff, you have maybe if depending on how many restaurants you have or how big your restaurant is, you may have a separate person who answers the phone, who does bookings for large events and things like that. If it's not your front desk staff, you have management. All these different positions can either be lumped into one restaurant class code, which is often not the most cost-effective way to do it, or they can be broken out. Depends on how well you handle your payroll. And oftentimes you have people coming in and out. And during different times of seasons, like if you're in a town like Saratoga, New York, which has a large influx of people during the track season in summertime, then your staff ramps way up, and during the wintertime it ramps back down. Other parts of town, say if you own an Italian restaurant in Albany, you're going to have a nice steady flow throughout much of the year. And now with everything that's going on with COVID, it's just chaos. And you need to work, the key here is that there are ways to position your workers' comp so that you're not being overcharged, you're not being misclassified, you're not sending dollars to your workers' compensation company that should be in your pocket, either going back into your business or are your reward for running a great restaurant. You don't want those going to a workers' compensation carrier if they shouldn't be. And the only way to make that happen is to have the processes and procedures in place that allow your workers' compensation to work for you. That's what we do here at Rogue Risk. We specialize in workers' comp. Restaurants is one of the industries that we do a lot of work in. We're very familiar with how you operate and how to help you position your workers' comp so that it is cost effective and not a headache. And that's really what our role is. So if you're looking for this kind of relationship, regardless of where your insurance is today, we would love to sit down and talk to you about it, help work through the challenges that you may face, and make sure that you're not being overcharged for workers' comp. I mean, that's really what it is at the end of the day, is the policy serves a very specific purpose in your business, and you want to make sure you have the coverage you need so you're not overpaying. So give us a call, 518-960-6600. You can visit us online at Rogue Risk. I'm sure there's a link or a form somewhere around this video that you can fill out, or just email us, gorogue@roguerisk.com. We will help get you squared away with your workers' comp for your restaurant, and we look forward to working with you.